What's up, everybody? Today we're gonna talk about. We're gonna start at 5 o'clock. Okay, it's 5 o'clock now. But there's a few things I need to do. Hello, Anime World 923. Hello, Junior. And wat ik was. Yeah. Hello. Okay. Lutando 563. Okay. I should have logged in earlier. So I'm gonna start in 5. No, I need to start early because we're gonna have load shedding. Get my stand. Welcome, user. Welcome, Muhammad. Let me just get something here. I just want to get my book because let's do it like this. Here we go. I wonder if hopefully it's gonna work. Hello, Taryn. Let me see if I do this. No. Yeah, that's a pin. Okay. So basically, do you know one of the things? I hope you guys had an amazing week, by the way. So I'm gonna try and do this every Friday. Try my best. If we have load shedding, like we're gonna have load shedding at 6 o'clock today or tonight, in the next 59 minutes. But let's say, for instance, I might announce, might put out this reminder that I'm gonna have the live at 5 o'clock, from 5 till 5:15. It's 15 minutes. So if you have any questions, make sure that you ask. But especially in this 15 minutes, it's going to be super fast. I want to talk about the one thing that's in my book. It's called the math success flow diagram. Okay, a lot of us make mistakes. We want to move on to the next chapter of the next math chapter, but we're not ready. We are not even ready for the next chapter. Do you understand? So there's this one thing I do mention in my book, Just Pass Math, a Success Guide for Parents and Students. One of the concepts I do talk about is we ask you, we need to ask yourself, when am I ready to move on to the next chapter? So here's a question. The question is, where is your book selling at? It's on Takealot. You can just, the link is in my bio. So if you go to my profile, you're on TikTok or even on Instagram, if you click on the link, the first link that you see on my bio, you click on it, and then it will take you to the shop, okay, online shop, takealot.com. Thank you for the follow, Queen Rose, and welcome Sandile ZWN. So I want to specifically talk about this flow diagram that I do mention in my book, the math success flow diagram, and it's basically like telling you when are you ready to move on to the next chapter. Okay, because some of us in a hurry to move on to the next one, but you don't even know. It's similar, think of it this way, and this is a video I posted on YouTube last year or about 2 years ago, when I was still active on YouTube, where I asked, where you need to ask yourself, when am I ready to move on to the next chapter? So this is how I explain it. Before you can run, you need to walk, okay, or brisk, or jog, okay? Or let me put it this way. In order for you to run, there's a few things that you need to do. So as a baby, you crawl, okay? And then you start to walk, and then after you walk, then you like falling and walking and crawling. But then the next step after walking will be maybe, small jog, walk. So you run, walk. It's not run fast running, but it's running and walking. After that running, then you're gonna sprint maybe, and then after that you're gonna maybe do longer distance. That's how I specifically use that analogy because yes, I'm a runner. As you can see, I'm wearing this buff, running buff. But that's the steps that you have to take in anything basically new that you want to learn. So you crawl, you walk, and then you run or sprint, and then you do the marathon. Okay, so maths is similar to a marathon. You can see it this way. So if you have any questions, don't forget to ask. Thank you very much for the follow. But I'm gonna show you now. I want to show you. This is it might look a little bit different than yours, or if you have a copy, the success flow diagram. But I just want to show you this. Okay. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna switch my camera now. How do I do this? Flip the camera. Okay, I'm flipping the camera. I also need to turn off this effect. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. Let's just do that. Okay, so here we are. Cool. So basically, this is called the success flow diagram. Okay, this is in my book, Just Pass Math, a success guide for parents and students. But this is the first copy. This is the author's copy I ordered from Amazon. This is the very first one, so that I can check out the pages and all of those things. But this is basically what the success flow diagram. So it's understand the methods, terms, concepts in the first chapter. That's important because sometimes the second chapter will be based on the first chapter. So now you understand the methods, the terms, the concepts in that first chapter. Then usually in your textbook there's a few examples that a few worked out examples. Okay, so they will maybe ask a question. They will say example 1, and then the question will be there, and then they will show you how to do the calculation. Okay, so you work through that, you try to understand it, then you maybe read the question, okay, that same question, and you hide the question and you do it on your own. This is basically where you test your knowledge. Okay, so you test your knowledge. After that, works out example. So you've been working through that example. Then after that, you work usually at the end of every chapter or at the end of the book. There's an exam paper, not specifically exam paper, but a few exercises, usually 10, 20 exercises. So that's basically where you test your knowledge. So obviously, if you want to treat it as an exam or a test where you have 5 questions and you're going to take 20 minutes to answer those questions, then you do that. Okay, then this is where you test your knowledge. So let's say, for instance, there's 5 questions. You score. Now you have to ask yourself, did I score more than 90%? So if yes, then you can go to the next chapter and repeat for all the other chapters. If no, if you didn't score 90%, so this is just a random, not a random, but it's basically just, let's say, for instance, you want to say, I want 100%, or I want 60% to move on to the next chapter. Then it's a little bit tricky. So if you have, let's say, for instance, scored more than 90%, then maybe you probably made a few mistakes. Okay, then you move on to the next chapter. So now it's a go to the next chapter and repeat for all the other chapters. So this is now you test your knowledge on chapter 1 and chapter 2. So you basically just do this for chapter 1, right? So you move on to the next chapter. Then you do chapter 2. But now this is basically at the end. So you test your knowledge of chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Now you need to ask yourself, did I score more than 90%? If yes, work through question papers regularly. Okay, because now you're ready for question paper. If no, then you need to go in, if you didn't score more than 90%, testing all the chapters that you've done in the exercises. In what then you need to ask yourself, in what chapter did you score low points? Then you need to repeat these steps again. So this is basically what I call the math success flow diagram, because too many of you guys and students and learners, they want to move on to the next chapter, or they want to move to question papers. Working through question papers, if you don't know the terms, the methods, it's not going to solve your problem. So that's why I think this is a very, I wish I had this success flow diagram when I was on, even on university, okay? Because some of us don't realize how important it is to know your basics. So make sure that you get your copy. I know I talked about it here. I'm gonna try and upload these videos as soon as TikTok will make it live on. Yeah, sometimes I see that I can download the video, then I'm gonna try my best to post it on my YouTube so that you can watch it again. This, but if you have any questions, yeah, I did answer this one. Where's your book selling at? It's on Take a Lot. If you The link is in my bio, so if you go to my profile here on TikTok, and you click on that link, it will take you directly to the shop. It will be delivered to your house, but it's only available on takealot.com at the moment. I've been trying my best to put it on Amazon, but it's basically a dead end. Yeah, so the in the book you also find out basically, so that was my explanation explaining it, and but also what you'll see is I do go into detail when I talk about the success flow diagram. Okay, like what does that square mean, where it say understand the methods, the terms, and then it will give the meaning. Okay, it will basically explain the steps. Because, like I said, working through question papers, it's not going to help all the time. You need to work through the chapters step by step. Like some of us, I can see somebody asked maybe on TikTok for me to do, let's say, trigonometry, like grade 11. There's a grade 11 and 12 section called trigonometry equations. But you see with that, it's going to be tricky if you don't understand how to factorize, simplify, like adding algebraic fractions. All your algebraic fractions should you should know it by heart, okay? Because otherwise it's going to be a nightmare for you. That's why algebra is one of the core things that you need to understand and know to be successful. So here's a question Zamir Shaikh asked, how to do equivalent fractions. So that's a question I can answer, but you need to be very specific in, maybe you've asked it in the comments section. But the best way to ask your question is go to the Q&A, because TikTok have that option or that function where you click on Q&A, you ask your question there, but you need to be very specific. You need to say equivalent fractions in you say what grade, because remember it's in different ones. Now somebody asked here, can you do integers? I'm super confused. Now see, you need to be very specific, Dildo. Terrible username, but you need to be very specific with that. You need to say, by the way, change your username, because there's a possibility I shouldn't have even said that. But go to the Q&A, ask your question, also type your grade in there. Anime World 923, you are so helpful. Pleasure, thank you very much. I love helping people, and but yeah, these are the things that you need to understand. Okay, like don't be in a hurry, because for always in the past, when I teach and I mentor students, they wanted to work through question papers, but they're not ready. They can't even get through question 1 or 2 without spending 40 minutes with it. Okay, and I've noticed that I had to explain. That's why I wrote this one. Okay, Zamir, well done. Equivalent fractions in grade 6. So obviously I can't do it on this live, because this live is only like 15 minutes. That's why I call it Flash Friday. So that if you have questions, like really, because we're going to talk general math. That's what the heading here. The topic is general math tips and tricks. But maybe in the future I will do maybe longer videos where I do all these calculations and stuff. I think it would be cool. Equivalent fractions in grade 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm maybe going to take a screenshot, but it's best if you go ask the question. Go to my profile and tap on tap on the Q&A, ask the question there, then the video will be there forever. You can watch it like 50,000 times. But if you ask it here and I do it, then it will disappear. Okay, how to add and minus integers. Yeah, so grade 7, I think I've done 1 or 2 videos. So the other thing is, I see it's 5:15. The other thing that sometimes people are asking the same questions, like integers. I ask you in the Q&A. Okay, I'm gonna check it out, but make sure you were very specific, like that one, equivalent fractions in grade 6. Okay. What I was gonna say now. Yeah, so I created a special hashtag, the same as this one, just past math. So if you click on it, hashtag just past math, it will take you directly to this. I'm not sure how many videos, hundreds, with some of them went viral, and there's thousands of videos, but it's not. You will have to scroll through it, okay, to get to your one. But I know that those are one of the recent ones. We add integers, okay, but you can just check it. But thank you very much for tapping in, guys. We might do this on Mondays as well, a little bit longer maybe, and it's exam time, so some of you guys are still writing exams. I think that should be our next topic, maybe on Monday, how to treat exams. But I also have a YouTube channel, okay? So if you go to my profile here on TikTok as well, and you click on it, you'll see the playlist specifically created for each topic. Like one of the topic is exams, okay? So if you click on it, there's a few, it's 2-minute videos. I think I might post those videos on TikTok as well. Maybe I should do that in the future as well. But if you click on one of those, on the playlist that I think it's say exams, let me just check here. There's a playlist called, it's on my YouTube channel. It is thank you very much, anime. So if you go to click on playlist, there is your, okay, so it's the first one. It will say your math exam prep. If you click on it, there is 22 videos on how to prepare yourself for math exams. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. So next time, just tag your friends. Thank you very much for the follow. Tag your friends in the future if I'm gonna go live. But if you have any other math questions, like in general, go to the Q&A and ask. Okay, cheers, peace out. Enjoy, study hard. Enjoy your weekend, study hard. Okay, get your priorities in order. But I think on Monday we should have another section where I talk more about exam prep. Okay, thank you guys. Bye bye.